Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? It's a concept that's both fascinating and terrifying, a scientific speculation that tosses us into the realm of the unthinkable. Our planet, the Earth, spins like a top, rotating on its axis every 24 hours. This rotation shapes our world in ways we often take for granted. It influences everything from our climate to the very structure of the planet itself. The Earth's rotation creates our day-night cycle, allowing life as we know it to flourish. This constant spin also causes the planet to bulge at the equator, forming an oblate spheroid rather than a perfect sphere. It's a spinning dance that has been ongoing for more than 4.5 billion years. But what if, for some unfathomable reason, this dance came to a sudden halt? What if the Earth just stopped? The immediate aftermath would be nothing short of catastrophic. We're talking about massive earthquakes shattering the planet's crust, tsunamis hundreds of feet high sweeping across the oceans, and winds reaching speeds that would make today's hurricanes seem like a gentle breeze. The Earth's crust would continue to move while the core stood still, leading to unimaginable destruction. This is not a slow, gradual process. The Earth's rotation doesn't gradually wind down like a watch. Instead, it's an abrupt, jarring stop. It's the planetary equivalent of slamming on the brakes in a speeding car. Everything that isn't securely fastened down, including the oceans and the atmosphere, would continue to move while the planet beneath it came to a standstill. But let's say we're lucky. Let's say we survive these initial cataclysms, these immediate and devastating physical consequences. What then? What would life be like on a non-rotating Earth? Hold on to your seats because we're about to take a journey into the uncharted realms of science and imagination. We're about to explore a world where the rules we're accustomed to no longer apply. We're about to delve into a world of cultural shifts, of human adaptation, and of unimaginable transformation. Welcome to the New Earth, a world split into two extreme hemispheres. Imagine a planet starkly divided, one side eternally bathed in sunlight, the other shrouded in perpetual darkness. The light side, ceaselessly under the sun's glare, would experience scorching temperatures, turning it into a vast barren desert. The dark side, on the other hand, would be a realm of eternal night, with temperatures plummeting to frigid lows, freezing everything in sight. Life, as we know it, would be impossible in these extreme conditions. However, a glimmer of hope would exist in the Twilight Zone, a narrow band straddling the light and dark sides. Here, conditions might be just right for life, with a delicate balance of sunlight and darkness, warmth and cold. This strip of land would become a sanctuary, a refuge for life in a world otherwise hostile. But it's not just the climate that would change. What about life on Earth? In the Twilight Zone, life would have to adapt or perish. This is where we find ourselves, in a perpetual dusk, where the sun neither rises nor sets, an eternal twilight, where the day is forever caught in the cusp of night. In this world, every living creature, every plant, every organism would have to adapt to survive. Plants, the primary producers in our ecosystems, would have to adjust to limited sunlight, perhaps developing broader leaves or more efficient photosynthetic processes. They might even evolve to become bioluminescent, creating their own light to aid in photosynthesis. Similarly, animals would also need to adapt. Nocturnal animals might thrive initially, but as the ecosystem changes, they too would have to evolve in response to new challenges and opportunities. Agriculture, the cornerstone of our society, would face massive upheaval. Traditional crops would struggle to grow in the dim light, and farmers would need to find new ways to cultivate food. Perhaps we would see the rise of twilight-tolerant crops or even underground farming using artificial light to grow our nourishment. Architecture too would need to adapt. With less sunlight, we would need to design buildings to maximize natural light and warmth. Perhaps cities would be built vertically, reaching towards the limited sunlight, or burrowed into the earth for insulation from the cold. And then there's us, human beings, the most adaptable creatures of all. Our societies would need to change, our cultures would shift to accommodate this new reality. No longer would we divide our time into day and night, but into sleep and wake, work and rest. In this twilight world, we would learn to adapt, to innovate, to survive. We would find new ways to harness energy, create food, build our homes, and live our lives. We would learn to thrive in the twilight, to make this new world our home. And what about technology? Could it help us survive in this brave new world? In the face of extreme adversity, human ingenuity often shines the brightest. This age-old adage rings true even in our hypothetical world where Earth has stopped spinning. The challenges are colossal, but the human spirit is undeterred. Let's delve into the potential technological advancements that could help us not just survive but thrive in this new world. Imagine a world where climate control isn't just an indoor luxury, but a necessity for our very survival. On the perpetually sunlit side, we could engineer vast networks of sunshades and cooling towers. These technological marvels could reduce the scorching temperatures, making the land livable once again. On the dark side, geothermal heat could be harnessed to provide warmth and light against the eternal night. Transportation systems would need a complete overhaul. With the destruction of our current infrastructure, we'd need to devise new ways to travel. Perhaps we'd rely on advanced maglev trains that glide effortlessly across the frozen tundra on one side and through the desert heat on the other. Energy production would also undergo a radical transformation. On the day side, we could harness the relentless power of the sun with vast solar farms. These could provide us with an almost limitless supply of clean, renewable energy. On the night side, the abundant geothermal energy could be tapped into, transforming the dark, frozen wasteland into a beacon of light and warmth. In this harsh world, technology would become our lifeline, our protector, and our provider. It would shield us from the extreme elements, transport us across the unforgiving terrains, and power our survival against all odds. From climate control to transportation, from energy production to survival technologies, we would reinvent, reimagine, and rebuild. Our world would be different, but with the power of human ingenuity, it would still be a world where life thrives. But there's one more challenge we haven't considered yet: space exploration. In a world that ceased to spin, would reaching for the stars become an impossible dream? Picture this: Earth, our home, no longer spinning. The thought might be unsettling, but let's delve into the realm of the hypothetical and explore what this would mean for space exploration. Without Earth's rotation, our planet would become a very different launching pad. Today, rocket launches take advantage of Earth's spin to gain an extra boost into space. This is why most spaceports are situated close to the equator. But in a world standing still, this advantage would vanish. Yet every cloud has a silver lining. In our non-rotating Earth scenario, a new opportunity would present itself at the poles. Here, the pull of gravity would be significantly less, making the energy requirements for breaking free from Earth's gravitational pull much lower. In other words, reaching for the stars might become a less energy-intensive endeavor. But space exploration is not just about launching rockets, it's about navigation, communication, and a myriad of other complex tasks. Without Earth's rotation, our entire satellite network would need a redesign. Satellites, currently relying on Earth's spin for their orbits, would face significant navigation challenges. Communication systems, the backbone of our modern world, could be disrupted, and the task of maintaining contact with astronauts and spacecraft could become immensely more difficult. Yet, as daunting as these challenges sound, they also represent an opportunity for innovation. A non-rotating Earth would demand new technologies and novel solutions. It would force us to rethink, to innovate, to adapt. And in doing so, we might discover new frontiers. We might uncover new ways of exploring space, of understanding our universe. We might find ourselves pushing the boundaries of what is possible, driven by the necessity to adapt to our changed home. So, if the Earth stopped spinning, we would face unthinkable challenges. But perhaps, just perhaps, we might also discover new frontiers. In this journey of what if, we've seen a world transformed. A world where the ceaseless dance of day and night no longer exists. Earth's climate, without the tempering effects of rotation, becomes a stark contrast of perpetual scorch and endless chill. We've envisioned how ecology might adapt, with life forms evolving to survive in these extreme conditions. Society too would undergo dramatic shifts, perhaps becoming a civilization of twilight dwellers, where the line between day and night blurs. Technology might just be our saving grace, a beacon of hope in a world plunged into chaos. We've imagined the innovations that could emerge, the solutions that could be engineered to withstand this new reality. But remember, this is all speculative, a grand thought experiment. It's a reminder of the importance of scientific curiosity and the power of human imagination. As we ponder these possibilities, we're reminded of our profound connection to our spinning planet and the cosmos beyond.